So I just realized this, but on the day of Black Sun, they assemble all like the Avengers of the Avatar world, right? Like they have the boulder, they have the hippo, you know? I mean, for God's sakes, they even got the swamp guys and the frickin' plant bender, alright? I mean, they even got the awesome badass warriors from the Southern Water Tribe, right? And they've collected everyone that they've met in their adventures, except for one. But the most important person that they met along their travels who helps them out during the invasion isn't someone who's on the battlefield. Oh, no, no, no. It is someone they met in the Northern Water Tribe. They met Yue. Yue set the pick for the eclipse for the frickin' invasion.
So guess what I found out about Avatar: The Last Airbender? Apparently in the world of Avatar, Suki died rather young. That's why you don't really see her in Legend of Korra, and you don't really hear much about her because she didn't really get a chance to really make a name of herself other than being the head of the Kyoshi warriors. But I remembered something else, and this has to do with Sokka. Okay, so do you all remember the freaking fortune teller Aunt Wu? This is a screenshot from the scene where she's like, alright, let's say everything. Sokka's like, okay, let's get it over with. Your future is full of struggle and anguish, most of it self-inflicted. Do you have any idea what this means? Yue's death was prophesied. Suki's death was prophesied. And this leads me to believe that Toph definitely slept with Sokka. I now believe that Sokka got blackout drunk one night and him and Toph had a one-night thing, and that's how Suyu was born. And because Sokka's life was filled with anguish, he would never fully know, and that was part of it.
Some of you guys may not know that I'm actually an aggressive Avatar stan. I've been trying not to talk about it on here because once I start talking about it, I cannot shut up. I was such a big fan that I even went to see this movie in theaters when it premiered because I was that excited and hyped for the series, and I was heartbroken. But there was an inconsistency that they did in this movie that has been bothering me for the past 10 years, and I want to know if anybody else is bothered by this information. So we all remember the original skinny legend, Monkey Atso. This Monkey Atso tells Aang that the Avatar can never be married, which impacts the way he feels about Katara throughout the entire movie, and it's super awkward. But that's not all. Now remember, Monkey Atso and Avatar Roku were friends, and we all know friends last more than one lifetime. This is Avatar Roku's wife. If we look at the Fire Nation family tree here, we'll see that Avatar Roku is the grandfather of Princess Ursa, who is the mother of Prince Zuko. This movie made Zuko impossible. And don't even get me started on Korra.
Is this AP? Because I'm supposed to be in regular bio.
This is regular.
Oh, cool. Yeah, no, I just never knew I was dumb.
If Jet didn't die in Lake Log, I imagine how fucking pissed he would be to find out that the new Fire Lord is Lee from the Jasmine Dragon. It would prove all of his convictions correct, but he can't bitch about it, because what are they gonna do? Arrest the Fire Lord for firebending? Daddy issues make you a people pleaser, but mommy issues make you like a sociopath. Zuko really saw a bunch of steel hybrids dive into a hole and fall in after them, huh? Sokka is smart in stupid ways, and Zuko is stupid in smart ways. You are so right. What? It worked, didn't it? A traditional himbo proverb. The whole world would have ended if Katara hadn't gotten incoherently religiously enraged with her brother, and that's the power of the Cain instinct. Might fuck around and let nature reclaim me. Does this mean you're going feral or just lying in the dirt for a while? Yeah. And entering the spirit world be like, hey there spirits, it's me, yo boy. I'll keep all my emotions right here, and then one day I'll die. We shouldn't sacrifice troops for this general's dumbass plans, Ozai.
Great news. She's fat.
No. Better than that.
She's dead!
No. She's blind.
Yes!
I'm just like you. I'm just like you. You're just like me. You're just like me. It's something anyone can see.
Uncle, what are you doing? We gotta go search for the Avatar.
Zuko, first tea and big booty bitches, then Avatar.
So I've been seeing a lot of TikTok saying, oh, there's no white people in the Avatar The Last Airbender universe, or white people are mad, you guys aren't allowed to claim any nation because you don't have any representation, you're not even in the show. This isn't for you guys. Let me tell you something, anyone who says that is 100% wrong, and I'm about to show you why. Look at this right here. The swap benders. Yes, that is the representation. And not only are they there, they are powerful. Look at Appa running. When have you seen Appa run away? The only time he runs away is when Aang tells him to, because Appa is with the shits. He fights. Why? Because they're powerful. Nobody fucks with the swap benders. Just look at him. Look at him. Look how smooth that is, bro.
Would you like a pot of tea?
We've been working in a tea shop all day. I'm sick of tea.
Sick of tea? That's like being sick of breathing.
So you know that scene in Avatar The Last Airbender where Uncle Iroh goes, "It's a long, long way to Ba Sing Se, but the girls in the city, they look so pretty." Anyway, I saw a comment somewhere saying Earth Kingdom girls aren't bad and Fire Nation girls are badder, but I just want to remind you guys of one little thing. You remember Suki? Yeah, this girl? Yeah, she's an Earth Kingdom girl. The girl that you've been calling bad for all this time. Yeah, she's Earth Kingdom. Oh, yeah, I got some more for you. You remember the date that Zuko went on while he was in Ba Sing Se? Yeah, her, Jin, yeah, she's an Earth Kingdom girl. And not to mention the other Kyoshi warriors, like I'm not saying that Fire Nation or Earth Kingdom are better or whatever, I'm just saying Earth Kingdom's got some baddies as well, okay? Let's all calm down here.
This is why Mom doesn't fucking love you!
4 things you didn't know about Avatar The Last Airbender Part 3. The 4 Chinese characters in the Avatar logo translate to the divine medium who has descended upon the world. The 4 bending styles are derived from Chinese martial arts. Water bending is Tai Chi, earth bending is Hung Gar Kung Fu, fire bending is Northern Shaolin Kung Fu, and air bending is Bagua Zhang. The animals in the Avatar universe are a combination of 2 animals from our universe. For example, badger moles, lion turtles, and Momo is based off of a combination of a lemur and a bat. The Avatar director Michael DiMartino used to direct Family Guy but left it to direct Avatar.
Can someone other than the Avatar bend more than one element? In short, no, but let's talk about it. So to answer this question, we actually have to look at the Legend of Korra. Now in the Legend of Korra, it is revealed to us that the humans get their bending from the lion turtles to fight against the spirits in the spirit wilds. And it's shown in the series that the human body can only withstand one element inside their body at one period of time. However, they can switch elements if the lion turtle takes it back and gives them a different one. The only reason the Avatar is able to bend all the elements is because they fused with the light spirit Rava, aka the first Avatar Wan, did it, and he was able to bend all 4 elements.
Hey.
For my Avatar The Last Airbender fans, can we talk about something that I found interesting? So if you've seen the show all the way through, you know that Aang meets a lion turtle towards the end of the series. And this lion turtle teaches him how to take people's bending away by doing energy bending. And if you've ever seen The Legend of Korra, you know there's 4 different types of lion turtles, one for each element, fire, water, earth, and air. Well, it just so happens that Aang actually ran into the fire lion turtle. And you can tell this by the markings that are on their heads. So isn't it interesting that Aang ran into a fire lion turtle when he has to take out the Fire Lord at the end of the series, and also is the first lion turtle to give the first element to the first Avatar?
So I'm watching Avatar The Last Airbender for the first time, and something I'm actually super impressed by is how integrated the fantasy elements are into the universe. Because in a lot of fantasy worlds where people have special powers, the construction of the world won't take into account the existence of people with special powers. So like in Harry Potter, everyone can do magic, and Alohomora is a first or second year charm, and yet people will still have locks that can be unlocked by Alohomora. Like, why does anyone still use mechanical locks in the wizarding world when anyone can unlock them? The plot of Harry Potter only happens because all of the non-main characters are complete morons. In Avatar, everyone is aware of what the strengths and limitations of benders are, and the world is designed accordingly. Certain things are designed to accommodate bending, and certain things are designed to be bender-proof. The lack of hinges or doors in the Earth Kingdom, the metal Fire Nation ships, the lack of stairs in the Air Temple. It's really impressive how much thought they put into how certain people with powers would affect the way societies are built.
Avatar The Last Airbender fans, can we talk about a theory real quick? So you know in Book 1 when they visit the Southern Air Temple and they come across the room full of the previous Avatar statues? Well, have you ever wondered in that room of statues when it pans out the image and you see Roku right there at the end? why there's so little room for any more avatars? Well, if you've ever seen The Legend of Korra, you'll know that in the show, she actually loses touch with all her previous avatar lives in season 2. So essentially, she was the last avatar, and she started a new avatar cycle. So, like, this makes complete sense. I found this online, and this was all planned from the beginning. Like, that's nuts, bro. But what do you think about this theory? Do you think it makes sense, and do you think the creators planned it from the very beginning? Yes or no? Leave it in the comments. So if you've ever seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, I'm pretty sure you're familiar with this character, June. Well, I just noticed her voice sounds extremely familiar. Here, listen. So I couldn't figure out where I've heard her voice before, but I knew it sounded extremely familiar, so I decided to look it up. And it turns out, on top of playing June in Avatar: The Last Airbender, she also plays the legendary Thorn from the Hex Girls and Scooby-Doo! Like, 2 of my favorite shows of all time. Like, wow. So I just figured out that the man who voices the secret tunnel guy in Avatar: The Last Airbender also does some other voices in the show. Can you guess which ones? Well, I hope you guessed Appa and Momo, because yes, he does the voices for Appa and Momo, and also the secret tunnel guy. Like, what? Why am I only finding out about this now? What happened to Hockey, Sokka's messenger bird that he got in Book 3? The last time we saw Hockey, Toph and Katara wrote a message and sent it back to her family using Hockey. The best thing we can assume here is that Hockey stayed with the Beifong family, or just lived near the Beifong state, because we don't really know what happened to her.
I think my family has this preconceived notion that I, as the only fit male, my grandpa lives here too, would stop a killer if they came into our home. I'm here to tell you that I'm the weakest son of a bitch you'll ever meet in your entire life, but my sister is buff as shit, and
and, you know, there's all these lines where I'm like, Father, no, Father! Right? It was crazy. And we finished the scene. Like, he scars me and everything like that, and then he just leaves. And I think the mist and the fog left with him. And I sat down in the chair afterwards, and I'm like, it's like the most surreal moment of my life. And I think to myself, I'm like, wow, I just did the Vader Skywalker scene with Mark Hamill. I just did it. I mean, it was like, we did the scene, except for I was Luke and Luke was Vader. It was crazy. I still think about that today, and I'm like, that's so friggin' weird. But it was awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I have a point that needs to be made. In Season 1, Episode 15, we are introduced to this badass bitch. She's got, like, the kick-ass, like, animal that can sniff things, you know, like, she's pretty cool, right? So she catches the stowaway on Zuko's ship, and Uncle Iroh is very impressed, leading him to say this.
By then he'll be in jail and I'll have my money.
But how did you find him on my ship?
My sheer shoe can smell a rat a continent away.
Well, I'm impressed. Very impressed.
Naturally, this can only mean one thing. Uncle Iroh likes to get pegged.
Y'all are sleeping on Legend of Korra. This show is too funny.
Boss, girlfriend, same thing.
I'm afraid there's been a mistake, Your Eminence. We have you and your brother booked in the same room, with only one bed.
It's no mistake. Destin sleeps in the tub.
You guys remember the Cave of Two Lovers story? How basically both villages hated each other and had a war, but they secretly met for love and stuff. Then they learned earthbending from the badger mole. And then built a new city called Omashu for peace. Well, right there's a parallel for Aang and Zuko. Now let me explain. Since the Fire Nation knew the Avatar was going to be an airbender next, they made the airbenders their sworn enemies and hunted them down and basically killed them all. Basically the whole conflict between these two. But that all changed when he became a good guy. But then that caused him to lose his sense of firebending, which leads me to the next point. These guys travel to the mysterious island to learn firebending by none other than the dragons themselves. Just like the Cave of Two Lovers learning earthbending from the badger mole. And then of course after the war they bring peace and love to the world. Just like Omashu.
I just want to know, like, they're in the spirit world right now. No one can see them. But then, this dude can't fucking see them. How the hell? I never questioned this when I was younger.
Jared, could you read number 23 for the class?
No, I cannot. What up? I'm Jared, I'm 19, and I never fucking learned how to read.
Here are some of my favorite Avatar memes. Psychiatrist, so did you have any kind of traumatic event in your childhood? Me at 10 years old. Zuko standing on a glacier surrounded by water. Here for a rematch? Katara, trust me Zuko, it's not gonna be much of a match. Katara, knock Zuko out. Zuko. This is my favorite one. Zuko, there's something off about her. I can't explain it, but she's slipping. Azula. When you accidentally type Ong instead of OMG. This might be the only good thing that came from this movie. True. I love this one. Roses are red. Appa can fly. I'm saying I'd rather kiss you than die. What? That's a compliment. My plans, 2020. My cabbage. When you save a boy from thugs and he says he hates you. Oh, true. I did not like that scene.
So what do you guys do for fun around here? Oh no, sometimes we throw shit at Kevin. Who's Kevin? Kevin!
This is Sokka's space sword from Avatar: The Last Airbender. If you don't know, they're making a Netflix series, and I've always wanted to audition to be Sokka's space sword. Here's an old headshot I took of myself 10 minutes ago. As you can see, my profile picture is Sokka's space sword, but this is not just because it's trendy and cute. I've been pestering Sokka for the last 2 fortnights because I would be the perfect actor to play his space sword in the live action. Here are some reasons why I would be great as Sokka's space sword. First of all, I'm great at being an inanimate object. You can't see me moving at all in these videos. Second of all, I'm great in combat. Look at me hit that Fire Nation soldier. Finally, I am so sharp. Look at me dig into the warship and stop Toph and Sokka from falling off the warship. As a bonus, look how great I look in free fall. I have proven to be a triple threat, inanimate object, sharp, and great in combat. It'd be so amazing if you could help me out with this TikTok.
Did your dad know that you guys were taking pictures? Was he conscious enough?
He's dead here.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit, Bob.
So, yeah.
Was he dead in the other one?
Yeah.
You were taking iPhone pictures while your dad was dead?
My mom wanted it.
So it looks like in the Avatar comics, Uncle Iroh actually invents boba. Look. So it looks like Iroh has created this new beverage, which has balls of tapioca, soft and tender, and that there's milk and tea. Oh my god. While Aang and Zuko don't seem to like it, Iroh was definitely right about one thing. He is a man ahead of his time.
Appa, yip yip.
When I first met you, I thought you were weird and annoying. And you are.
Would you guys be there for me if I was going through something?
No. Nope. Absolutely not.
I hope it sucks whatever you're going through.
I hope it sucks. What the fuck? I hope it emotionally scars you for the rest of your life.
I hope you reach out to me so I can ignore you.
Princess, I'm afraid the tides will not allow us to bring the ship into port before nightfall.
I'm sorry, Captain, but I do not know much about the tides. Can you explain something to me?
Of course, Your Highness.
Do the tides command this ship?
I'm afraid I don't understand.
You said the tides would not allow us to bring the ship in. Do the tides command this ship?
No, Princess.
And if I were to have you thrown overboard, would the tides think twice about smashing you against the rocky shore?
Well, I did have a girlfriend. My first girlfriend turned into the moon. That's rough, buddy.
Dance like a god. Dance like a god. Dance like a god.
Like a god.